our very special guest, Ms. Hedstrom, to talk about resources for Black authors.
Thank you. Well, I'm just so grateful to have your time and to join you. What a fantastic club and what a fantastic number of people. If you see those 4 dots on the top of Schoology, those are all your extra resources. And Sora is the one at the bottom there. Now we have Sora. Basically, Sora lets you listen to and read audiobooks or ebooks. We're so lucky that we have resources connected to the public library. If you ever come into the library, I'll do this with you and it will take 2 minutes. You have to add a public library. So this slide is important. And then you're going to add Santa Clara. You search for a book, and then when you check out a book, you already have a public library card because your ID number is your public library card number. I wanted to showcase from the public library the collection that is focused on Black joy. So here is a whole selection, over 70 books here. We're of course celebrating Black History Month, and so we have a whole separate section of books focused on Black history. So let's say maybe you've heard of How the Word is Passed, you wanted to borrow it. All you do is hit borrow, and I can start reading it right away. Is there anyone who is like thinking about a particular book that they might want to see if it's available?
Girl, Woman, Other.
Okay, cool. Oh, check it out. You can borrow it and read it right now. I just borrowed it, and I'll return it, and you can actually read it too. Tell us about that book. What have you heard about it?
A collection of stories about Black people who were assigned female at birth. And it's basically like, it's like a collection of short stories kind of talking about their lives.
Reading Black is a hashtag that you can follow too. That takes you to the African American Literature Forum and Book Club. And have fun reading. I hope you enjoy what you discover.
So today we're going to be talking about Black love and joy. Black love is defined as the acknowledgement of making sacrifices. We as a couple have to adapt to one another along with outside forces, which affects one's everyday life. How is Black love different from regular love? Black love is a bond that goes deeper than words, gesture, praise, or adoration. It's a connection so strong that 500 years of oppression didn't stand a chance.
Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. Lucille Clifton. This will not pull its pants up. It will not turn down the music. This will not hide because this is my Black joy. Cause mama don't want the night to swallow you whole, or else she'll grab it by its throat and snatch you right out of his stomach. The belly of the beast ain't got nothing compared to the hands that prepare the magic of the feast, that can turn her house into a church, that can alchemize a few dollars into a Christmas, that can bring a whole family together with nothing but herbs and spices. This is jollof rice, peanut stew, curry goat, and plantains, because there's so many hungry little Black children living inside of me that they could turn my blood into a nation at war. Because shitty people and shitty situations don't get to own my happiness, or this joy, or this body, or this proud name, or this history in the unmaking. How my tongue is both a shelter and a choir of razor blades. So yes, I am a weapon, because I know how to sing, because I know that I'm still alive, and I will rise again.
That's it. Thank you.
Well, welcome guys. My name is Mark Harden. I work at Abbott Instructional Park, focused on building the network for Black community at our facility and throughout Abbott. Our facility, we make a microclip valve clip that stops blood from flowing the wrong direction in your heart. So there's a lot of avenues that we kind of touch on. But we wanted to bring some of our engineers here to talk to you about the opportunities they've had and some of their life experiences. So without further ado, I'd like to first introduce Shanice Blake. What are you doing?
I'm the Community Outreach Officer with PBN at Abbott. And at Abbott, I work with the Sustaining Quality Engineering Group, but my title is Quality Inspector and Technician Supervisor. So today I'm just going to be talking a little bit about my professional journey, so like starting from high school to college and then getting my career at Abbott. A little bit about me, I was born and raised in Jamaica. I moved to the US when I was about 15 years old. So starting off at Antioch High School, and at Antioch High School they had different academies. They had 4 different academies. They had an engineering academy, media tech academy, leadership, and environmental science. I got placed in the engineering academy, and that was technically my first exposure to engineering class. I went to Los Madonnas Community College, which is in the East Bay. And the reason why I decided to do community college first was because I didn't have enough money to go to university right away. At Los Madonnas Community College, I continued my track of becoming a biomedical engineer, so I took all the core math, physics, chemistry, and engineering classes. I did the TAG program at my community college. That's a transfer admission guarantee. So at UC Davis, I chose this because of the community culture vibe I got from visiting the campus. So I graduated from UC Davis in June of 2021. I got this internship. This is my very first internship that I got. It's at Fresenius Medical Care. So I got this internship, and then shortly after I started working at Abbott. And actually how I got connected to get this job at Abbott was my mentor from community college connected me with a friend of his who connected me with a friend of hers, and so on. It was a long loop of connection that got me in connection with my current supervisor. So overall, yeah, this is just a short summary of my career development and my professional journey. Thank you guys.
Hi, I'm Kalani. I am a component engineer, so I work closely with the device itself, or the heart valve and electrical. I went to Arizona State University where I got my degree in biomedical engineering and bioengineering. So the goal for me when I was in high school was, I'm not gonna lie to you, I wanted to be a carpenter. Yeah, I liked HGTV. My mom was like, please don't. So I did. And so I kind of just went on to my science and STEM skills, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll do chemical engineering. Chemistry sucks. So I decided biology was much more fun, so I became a biomedical engineer. So I applied to Arizona State, Stanford, Johns Hopkins, and Georgia Tech. I got into all of them, but Arizona State gave me more money. It does make a difference when you want to go to school. We're getting into the real stuff right here, the tips. Don't be shy. Talk to people, networking. Your net worth is your net worth. Remember that, you can write that down if you need to. But talk to your professors, teachers, classmates. You don't know what people know. They might know a little bit more than they let on. But you will never do anything in your life alone. I don't care how self-righteous you think you are. There will come a point in time where you need help. Now the difference between you and someone that's successful is they asked for help. They needed that help. Thank you.
So today's topic is Black fashion and culture, the history of Black fashion. In the 1700s and 1800s, which was the time of enslavement, people would wear light, durable clothing in order to not sweat as much. And women would wear long dresses with bonnets and aprons. For the 1890s, or the late 1800s, after liberation, specifically for Black women, they would wear high button-up collared shirts or collared dresses similar to white women for assimilation. For the 1920s, shorter dresses with detailed beading were very popular because of the Roaring '20s. And the 1940s, people started wearing shoulder pads, and for women, they wore belted dresses and knee-length skirts. Also, it became socially acceptable to wear pants around this time. And zoot suits were banned due to the high fabric waste due to World War II. For the 1960s, felt hats and long dresses were worn for Black Panthers, so they'd wear darker clothes and it was more sleek than the 1950s. In the 1980s, neon and colorful clothing were very popular, like puffer jackets, and also big hair came back into style. From 2000s to now, there's chainmail tops, which is basically a bunch of metal together, and then low-rise jeans. Then here's some fashion from the early 2000s. This is Aaliyah wearing Tommy Hilfiger. That was a brand that was really popular, and it still is.